No guests. Briefing. Debrief. Women's Institute. They cornered me one day and said what I do. Yes. What would you like me to talk about? And they said, you've been a TV film expert. Okay. So, in Swindon, so I went over to Swindon, got there a little bit early, got myself, sat down in a chair, sat down and walked around a bit while the place filled up. It's a pretty big hall. I don't know if you've been to the Memorial Hall in Swindon.
The wooden one, beautiful. Is it that one?
Well, it's wooden.
Oh, maybe it's
stone, but it's a big one. It's kind of split in half.
Okay.
So, but it was interesting. The secretary came up to me and said, "No, is there anything you'd like? Would you like a podium?" I said, "No." Do you need any audio visual or anything like that? I said, no, it's just me. Would you like a chair to sit on? No. I said, all you're getting is just me. No podium, nothing to stand behind, no table, nothing. So, my introductory start. Background, action! And that's the way it started. And I gave a quick debrief of to what I am, or who I am, and why, and how I got into it. But I broke a couple of conventions in my speaking, because I actually moved away from standing position, because I engaged the audience, because it's quite a wide room. I had about 35 people, so a reasonable amount of people. But I wanted to engage them. I wanted to bring them in, because I knew I was going to bring in the entire group into my speech. I was going to use them as background extras, and I did. And I told them some stories. They all enjoyed that. So they wanted me to drop a few names, so I dropped a few names, because I said I could, so I did. And it was actually quite good. I initially asked, has anyone else been in the film and TV extra? One lady said, yes, me. 1984, I did this and that sort of thing. So, that's okay, but I engaged the audience, I asked them a question. And then I said, okay, well, there's some, how would I engage you as the audience, as film extras? So there's 35 ladies sitting there. So there's 2 ladies sitting here. So, right, all of you are extras in this scene. I'm going to choose you 2 as the main characters. So I want you to pretend that you're having a conversation about the weather. And all of you are in an audience. This is in a theater, so there's a big screen behind you. Just pretend there's a big screen. Not even a green screen, just a big screen. And I want you to pretend that you're watching the movie. But we're filming these 2 having a topic of conversation about the weather. And so I engaged them, and I told them about the camera positions and the lighting, this and that and so forth. And I said, why you have to do multiple shots. First actor is speaking, same speech, cut a couple of times, then you move the camera and then you focus on the other actor. They speak, same speech, same action, same everything. So, and I engaged the audience, so they were all, sucked them in. I was really, really right in front of them. And then I said, I'm fed up with you 2, so I walked over down to the end, and I engaged, no, I'm going to pick on you 2 to be part of this scene. And I went through another routine, and they really enjoyed it. They liked being pulled in and part of it. Everyone was actually part of the whole scene. So if you could do that in your speaking, that's a definite plus. So it was more of it was a speech plus a bit of acting, I suppose. I don't know, I'm not an anagram person. You might probably think I am sometimes, but that's just one element of doing your speech. You speak to your audience and you know, you engage it. And that's what I did. And they laughed. And in the end, I actually pranked the president of the club. And because you remember about my speech with the glass, the fake glass? Well, I had one spare movie prop glass, and I brought that along. But there's a little. So I finished my speech. That was about 40 minutes. I spoke for about 40 minutes, and I said, now I'm opened up for questions. So I engaged them. They asked me some questions, and I put it in, so forth and so forth. And then, okay, thank you very much. Oh, I forgot something. I have a presentation for the president. And she's sitting over there. So I went behind the ear and I got my goblet out. I said, this is a presentation for you. So she's walking across the open area, and just as she was reaching for the glass, I dropped it. And she went, and the audience went, and I just stood there and I looked at her, and she buried her head in her hands because she thought she had done that. And then when she lifted up, I said, I gotcha. And they just cracked up, and one lady in the audience said, and where's the dustpan and brush? I turned around and picked the you mean this dustpan and brush? Because I knew I was going to have to clear it, and they just completely cracked up. Because I brought my own dustpan and brush. So it actually went out on a good note, and I asked the president, do you forgive me after the end? She said, yeah, but that was a really good gotcha. So engage the audience when you can. That's a definite plus.